Hello everyone and welcome back to Splash. Today we are going to be talking about 5 famous people who were guests on Pawn Stars. Number 5, Bret Michaels. On Pawn Stars, the guys see music memorabilia all the time, and experts will usually determine if the signatures on these pieces are authentic. In one episode, viewers were treated with a surprise. A platinum disc for the band Poison came into the shop. It was signed by Bret Michaels, the frontman. Of course, they needed to authenticate this, and what better way to do so than bring Bret Michaels onto the show? Michaels enjoyed his time on the show, even tweeting out how he enjoyed seeing his friend Rick.
And there she went. Come in.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Number 4, Katie Couric. The Pawn Stars see many faces, but in one episode, they saw a familiar one. Katie Couric, a news anchor, decided to stop in the shop and browse around. She was fascinated with a Mark Twain signature and had asked about it. The guys explained that Mark Twain used to put his signature on cards and hand them out. Being a fan of Twain, Couric had to have it.
We ought never do wrong when anyone is looking. Yeah, that's excellent advice.
Couric wanted the piece and Rick was selling it to her for $20,000. However, Couric was great at haggling and was able to buy it for only $12,000. Number 3, George Stephanopoulos. Political commentator George Stephanopoulos came onto the show, but not in a way that you'd expect. He gave the episode a break from its usual seriousness, and viewers loved it. Stephanopoulos visited the pawn shop and got to be a part of the crew. In this fun episode, we see him dealing with customers and trying to be like the other guys on the show. Well, George, don't quit your day job. Number 2, Steve Carell. Steve Carell is a famous comedian, but who would have expected him to be on Pawn Stars? In this episode, Carell is seen roaming the shop and looking at items. He was in the area shooting a promotional for an upcoming comedy that he was starring in. In the episode, he becomes interested in items and even tries to haggle with Rick.
What is the going price on a diver's knife?
$2,500.
Okay, you know what? I will give you $4,000.
He brought his daughter along and the two clearly enjoyed their time. Carell is a self-proclaimed fan of the show and his antics made for a really fun episode.
I could spend hours in here just looking around. I think I'm gonna be back in the shop tomorrow. I've got some stuff I wanna sell, namely this suede jacket.
Number 1, Bob Dylan. Now, Bob Dylan is a bit of a recluse, as seen in an episode of Pawn Stars. In this episode, a guy comes in with an ordinary Bob Dylan record and gets a whopping $50 for it. Rick wants more value, so he tells Chumlee to go find Bob Dylan, who is in town for a show. Chumlee walks around looking for him, but he can't find him. Suddenly, Dylan appears and signs the record.
Just make it out to Chumlee, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
This really means a lot to my boss.
This all seemed way too surreal. Now, it is unsure if this was a skit or not, but regardless, it was cool to see. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed. While you are here, go ahead and click the links above to check out some of our other awesome videos. Also, do not forget to like and subscribe for more content like this, and I will see you in the next video.